You're watching NTC News, DeKalb County's only television news source, on the campus of Northern Illinois University and from the Northern Television Center. This is NTC News Tonight.
A disturbing end to an exciting homecoming weekend. Police are following up on a string of gun-related incidents near the NIU campus. Good evening. I'm Kozeluh. Thank you for joining us.
And I'm Lindsey Diehl. We have some new details tonight, but before we get to that, more signs that the federal government shutdown, which is now in its third week, is causing problems here at NIU. Jacob Whitelaw tells us how the ROTC program is getting cut off.
I'll team you up. Yeah, I'll team you up.
The results of the government shutdown, which began on October 1st, have left many people without work and pay. And for the Reserve Officers Training Corps here at NIU, while things haven't been as bad, sacrifices have been made, but they have resolved to get on with business as usual. The ROTC is made up of freshmen, sophomore, junior, and senior cadets, and also employs 2 Department of Defense civilians, plus a cadre of military science professors. According to Lieutenant Colonel David Dozier, the first few days of the government shutdown brought things to a grinding halt.
Any type of administrative actions or things like that that normally get done came to a complete stop.
The shutdown also prevents the ROTC from spending government money. Without the ability to spend that money, competitions and events that the cadets have trained weeks for have been canceled altogether.
We had a competition, military skills competition this weekend scheduled, which has been canceled because we don't have the money to transport the cadets there. So yeah, there have been some significant impacts so far.
And cadets expecting a check in the mail may be disappointed.
The cadets who are receiving a monthly stipend will probably not get their stipend.
The ROTC is still able to train their cadets in the classroom, and they continue to conduct modified training exercises weekly out in the field.
They see us first and make contact first. We'll establish proper.
For NTC News, this is Jacob Whitelaw.
3 men are under arrest after gunfire early yesterday just off campus. Around 2:30 a.m., police heard shots coming from Regent Drive. They said that they saw a man run into an apartment where they found several people and a loaded Glock 9mm pistol. Witnesses say after a group was turned away from the party, they began to fight and throw bottles at the apartment. Police say one of the suspects fired several shots in the air and then the group fled. No one was hurt.
Police recovered another gun this homecoming weekend. Police say 21-year-old Tracy Jamison was standing with a group of people outside of the Jimmy John's sandwich shop on Pappas Drive. Another person told officer that Jamison had a gun. He fled when police tried to detain him and was caught with a .357 caliber Springfield Armory firearm, like this one. Jamison is charged with illegal possession and use of a gun as a felon and resisting.
Cigarette smokers here at NIU have had to adjust to a law that forces them to light up 50 feet away from campus buildings. And beginning next year, they're going to pay a higher price for flicking their cigarette butts on the ground. First offenses for littering could cost you up to $1,500 and 6 months of jail time. After that, punishments get worse, with a third conviction resulting in a felony. One NIU student thinks that's going too far.
I think we should probably worry about more important crimes. I think it's pretty ridiculous. I mean, we already can't smoke 15 feet from a door. I can't smoke in a bar anymore. I mean, why don't you just tell me that I need to go onto some abandoned island somewhere and smoke there, and that's the only place that I can do it.
Turns out littering could be more expensive than smoking itself. NIU is getting some good news. The Illinois High School State Football Championship Series is coming to Husky Stadium next month. The games are scheduled for November 29th and 30th. The IHSA Football Championship is typically played in Champaign. A lobbying campaign done by IHSA's Destination DeKalb will bring the championship to DeKalb every other year for the next 10 years. The games are expected to sell out Husky Stadium, generating close to $1 million in revenue for the city. If you are interested in volunteering for the championship, visit their websites, ihsadestinationdekalb.com.
A strange mugging in Chicago.
And a startling report about single mothers and poverty in Rockford. These are today's State Lines.
A Chicago man is accused of using an axe during a mugging. 30-year-old Jimmy Ortiz is being held on a $250,000 bond after being charged with armed robbery. He was arrested after authorities say he held an axe and told someone inside a car to give me your stuff.
Half of the families led by single mothers in Rockford lived in poverty last year. The Rockford Register-Star reports the rate for moms with children younger than 5 years was about 62%. The Rockford area still has one of the highest unemployment rates in the country.
2 professors at the University of Chicago have won this year's Nobel Prize in Economics. Lars Hansen won along with Eugene Fama, and they both teach at the university's Booth School of Business. A professor from Yale also won the Economics Prize.
Two Halloween haunted houses in West Central Illinois won't be operating this year because state laws require sprinkler systems, even if they are temporary. Gilson Haunted School and Fright High in Western Illinois will close. They were once a popular attraction, raising money for a Boy Scout troop and a nonprofit organization. Those are today's state lines.
Kishwaukee Community Hospital is turning to an unusual ally in its fight against infections in patients' rooms.
NTC reporter Cody Berman introduces us to a germ-killing robot that's part of the staff.
Kishwaukee Community Hospital in DeKalb has a new friend on its staff. Meet Trudy.
Trudy system is active.
Trudy is one of 2 germ-killing robots that the hospital installed at the beginning of September. Vincent Landeros, Director of Environmental Studies at Kishwaukee Health System, brought in the robots to better ensure the safety of future patients.
So it can add some time to the room turnaround, but ultimately we're delivering a safer environment for the next patient, so it's well worth it.
According to Landeros, Kishwaukee is the first hospital in the area to get robots and was a much-needed acquisition.
Hospital-acquired infections, known to us as HAIs, across the country there are over 90,000 deaths per year caused by hospital-acquired infections.
The robot is able to measure the amount of light that is reflected off the surface of the room and then can tell the amount of time needed to disinfect, which has only made it easier for nurses.
We're quite lucky. We're, still considered on the small side for a hospital, 100 beds, and to have 2 of these machines is really great.
So far, Trudy has become a well-liked friend to hospital staff and will be here to stay. At Kishwaukee Community Hospital in DeKalb, I'm Cody Berman, NTC News Tonight.
That's actually really cool, Alan, and it seems like technology pops up everywhere these days.
I kept getting like images of R2-D2 in my head looking at that. Let's take a break and get a first look at weather.
We've got Brittany Merleau here with us now, and how's it looking?
This weekend and today was great. I absolutely love the weather. Sunny skies, fall temperatures, perfect. But, it's not going to stay with us too much longer. Taking a look at the weather tomorrow, we are going to see showers in the area, unfortunately, and temperatures in the mid-60s. Hold on to those temperatures because they aren't going to be here too much longer. So for more on your cool down, stay ahead of us, stay with us, and we're watching NTC News Tonight.
Thanks for calling the GED Pep Talk Center. Jerry Stiller speaking. Your level 7 in-your-face pep talk.
I can keep pushing you. Believe me, I'm good at it. But at some point, you're going to need to start pushing yourself.
See, once you've got your GED diploma, you'll feel so good about yourself.
You tell them. Can't change your past, but you can definitely change your future.
That makes me so happy, I'm ready to bust out a dance.
Mr. Trejo, can they transfer this guy to you? My gentle technique isn't really working. You need something a little more
persuasive.
Yes.
You listen, and you listen good.
Hey, where's my sandwich? Terry? Terry!
Take it from me, the King DMC. It's a real cool thing to get your GED.
Get that diploma!
Now hold on and we'll find you free GED classes. Capiche?
Whatever motivation you need, we've got a pep talk for you. Get your GED pep talk and find free classes at yourged.org.
Welcome back. I hope you all enjoyed your wonderful homecoming weekend. The weather stayed beautiful. The storms actually pushed out of the way before the game on Saturday, and we had a nice, dry, wonderful game, thankfully. And Sunday was beautiful. Along with today, we saw a high of 64 degrees, sunny skies, beautiful weather. We're going to see a low of 49 degrees tonight, and take a look at this. Sunset is 6:14 p.m. I can't believe these days are getting shorter and shorter as we go on. I just can't get used to it yet. Not at all. But taking a look at our radar for today, we saw a bunch of storms pop up to the west of us, and we actually even had winter weather advisories along with snow up in the mountains of Wyoming. I can't even believe it, but yes, it is cold enough up there already to start snowing, so get ready for all of that. Tonight, we have a low pressure system off to the west, which is causing all of those storms, and that's going to move closer to us by tomorrow. We're going to see storms in our area, showers all throughout the day. Unfortunately, it's also going to be very windy, so be prepared for that. We're going to be under a wind advisory. Looking at Wednesday, this front is going to continue to stay in our area, unfortunately. We're going to see showers throughout the day, but hopefully that'll push out by Wednesday night. The showers start to push over, and we're going to be stuck with this cold front that we're going to have to deal with, and that is something that's on its own, unfortunately. Tonight, we have a slight chance of showers. The winds are going to start to pick up as the front pushes into our area. We're going to see gusts up to 15 miles per hour and a low of 49 degrees tonight. Tomorrow, showers and thunderstorms all day, unfortunately. Wind advisory, we're going to have gusts up to 25 miles per hour, so definitely hold on to your umbrella because it might be flying away. We're going to see a high of 64 degrees. Tomorrow night, showers throughout the day, again, ending around 1 a.m. Clouds are going to remain in the area. Gusts will start to go away, calm winds with a low of 54 degrees. On to my 5-day forecast. Tuesday and Wednesday, showers, thunderstorms as that front is in our area. Wind advisory, again, I keep saying that, I know, but it is going to be a windy day. But then as we move on for the rest of the week, that cold front will be in our area. Temperatures are going to start to drop, but we'll have sunny skies throughout. Might be a chance of showers on Friday, but take a look at this, a freeze watch on Saturday night. We're going to see temperatures as low as 34 degrees, so we got to get ready for that cool down, unfortunately, bring those plants inside to save them, because it's definitely fall. That's it for weather. Let's send it back to the desk.
Looks like it's time to get those sweaters and boots out of the closet. Thank you, Brittany.
In India, a cyclone does major damage.
And millions of Muslims are headed to Mecca. Here's what's happening in today's World Watch.
A huge cleanup operation is underway in eastern India. Cyclone Phelan blew away houses and trees, and 14 people were killed. Many thought it would be much worse, considering this was the strongest storm to hit the area in 4 years. Almost 1 million people were evacuated ahead of time.
The annual Hajj pilgrimage to Mecca is now underway. Saudi Arabia estimates that 2 million people will make the journey this year. The faithful perform a series of rituals as an expression of solidarity of Muslims worldwide. Every Muslim who's able is expected to try to make the journey at least once in their lives.
Frustration over the government shutdown boiled over the White House's fence. Protesters angry about the barricades set up at veterans' memorials took those same barricades and dumped them in front of the north lawn of the White House. Park police, some in riot gear, came out to move the protesters from the fence.
Macy's may be breaking a 155-year tradition. Word on the street is that Macy's will open on Thanksgiving Day beginning at 8 p.m. and will stay open for 24 hours straight. Macy's has not responded to these reports, and that trend started in 2012 when Walmart and other retailers announced that they would open their stores the night of Thanksgiving. And that's today's World Watch.
Hey everybody, my name is Thomas Holly and I'll be your host today for NTC Sports, and today we have a lot to cover. And most of y'all did not know NIU's homecoming was this past weekend, and to start off, you know we have to talk about our NIU Husky football team going against the Akron Zips. As our Huskies get ready to head out to the football field, head coach Ryan Carey pumps his team up to get ready to face the Zips. It's another sold-out crowd at Husky Stadium while the crowd waits for the game to begin. At the beginning of the game, the Huskies struggled offensively with this incompletion from Jordan Lynch, which allowed Jawan Chisholm to put the Zips on the board first. But it didn't take that long for the Huskies offense to get going with this nice pass to Jordan Lynch to number 11, then a big run from number 42, Cameron Stingley, towards the sideline, which sets up for an 18-yard touchdown run from Jordan Lynch in the back of the end zone to tie the game up for the Huskies 7-7. The offense didn't stop there with pressuring the Zips defense with this run from Jordan Lynch to make the first down, followed by a quick screen to Stingley, who jukes a defender and runs over everybody for a big gain. Just look at the man go through it. Stingley was on his game against the Zips, rushing for 83 yards on 21 carries in this 9-yard touchdown run. When the game was coming to an end, it was the job for the defense to finally make a play with the sack from Jason Meehan. The Zips had one more chance to score, but the incompletion from the coverage of 21, the Huskies sealed the deal. If you watched the ALCS game yesterday, you have known what a game it has been, but if not, let me show you a few highlights. Bottom of the 8th with 2 outs and passes covered by David Ortiz hits a grand slam to tie the game 5-5, and the Red Sox are still in the game. Bottom of the 9th, tension is in the air, and Jared Saltamachia is up to hit for the base run to go ahead with the score to tie the series up 1-1. We can't forget about our Bulls now, can we? Bulls face the Wizards as Jimmy Butler steals the ball and takes up for the court for an easy 2 points for a 48-39 lead in the third quarter. Few seconds left in the fourth. Wizards are down 2 points, trying to make the go-ahead tie. Passes off to Glenn Rice Jr., who shoots up for the jumper but misses the ball, and the Bulls recover. Last seconds, Eric Manning comes up the field to shoot a three-pointer to try to win the game, but misses with the rebound coming from the Bulls to end the regulations to give the Bulls an 83-81 win. Upcoming games for the Huskies this week is the women's soccer game this Friday at 3 p.m. and the volleyball game also on Friday at 6 p.m. So to finish off, let's take it off to the play of the game. Texas' Keyshawn Martin returns the ball from the end zone and just gets the ball stripped from him from the Rams for an easy go-ahead touchdown. Let's look at it one more time in slow motion. As the ball is stripped away, the Rams just pick it up and take it for the end zone. Keyshawn Martin just looks at the defender while they go in for the go-ahead score. All right, thanks everybody. Let's take it back to the desk.
Thanks, Thomas. You know, Halloween is right around the corner.
And if you're looking for some chocolate treats, it may cost you a pretty penny. We'll explain right after this.
Here's to the things that can keep us safe. Those we use all the time with hardly a thought. Those that are silently standing by to save our lives. And now, those that we carry with us everywhere we go. Many mobile devices will now bring you wireless emergency alerts, real-time information directly from local sources you know and trust. With the unique sound and vibration, you'll be in the know, wherever you are.
Chocolate lovers beware. The price of your favorite treat is on the rise. We can blame the rise in demand on emerging markets and also the bad weather in cocoa-producing countries. The price of cocoa butter is at a 4-year high as well, jumping 70% over the past year. An industry spokesman said, "We will either see an increase in price or, wait for it, a drop in the total cocoa content of chocolate products."
You know, I'm just not sure what's worse, having less cocoa in my candy bars or having to pay more for them. What a nightmare. NTC News Tonight is a student production here at Northern Illinois University, and we want to thank you all for joining us tonight.
Enjoy the rest of your Monday. We'll be back the same time Wednesday.
And don't forget to like us on Facebook for even more news updates. Bye, everyone.